Something even a whistle-twirling lifeguard can't guard against, and no amount of sunblock will block it. But instead of an old-fashioned PSA featuring a PhD earnestly warning,
stay out of the water if you're ill with diarrhea,
the CDC took the plunge and came up with this. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Code Brown on the slide. One person with diarrhea can contaminate the entire pool. One GIF contaminated the entire internet. Your taxpayer dollars were spent paying someone to make a graphic of a child pooping on a slide. Many just summed it up.
Ew, no!
But others declared it best ad ever. The HuffPost dubbed it pooptastic. Many echoed this comment. Whoever decided to do this as a social media campaign needs a raise for how many people have now seen this and will remember the slide. And if the slide slips your mind, there's toilet snorkeling. If you wouldn't do this, then why would you do this? Posted one joker, probably should wear N95s on our asses. With these gifts, the CDC meets Caddyshack when a floating object emptied the pool.
Falling now!
The science is bad enough,
so superbugs like crypto can survive for days in chlorinated water.
but consider this. When asked, have you ever peed in the pool as an adult? 40% of Americans surveyed said yes. So it's not just the little kid in South Park.
What's that?
For some, the CDC warnings may seem obvious. No responded one comedian, but no amount of splashing will wash away these images.
Hey, I'm Sean Morrow, host of the NowThis podcast, Who Is? You might remember me from those annoying ads you were subjected to at the end of videos for like 2 years.
Who are the people that run the world?
Things have changed a bit since I last saw you. You know, pandemic, insurrection, Emily in Paris getting nominated for a Golden Globe. But I'm still trying to figure out, who are the people who run the world? On Who Is, the podcast, we examine power through the stories of the people who haven't. From mercenary forces, to the big businesses controlling your food, to a hedge fund manager who basically holds countries for ransom. To tell these stories, we bring in cool guests from people you've heard of, like Stacey Abrams, to people you haven't, like law professors digging into police union contracts, and reporters following the money that flows from the donor class to the politicians who supposedly represent all of us. 2 seasons, that's 32 episodes, are ready for you to binge. And we're back for season 3, where we'll look at the giant corporations that might ruin weed for everyone, the organizations who ensure police aren't held accountable for misconduct, and the wealthy interests who are fighting to keep America sick and unhealthy, so they can, make money off of it. Look for Who Is, the podcast, on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. That's Who Is, the podcast.